Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to Look Back, a series where I take a look at games that I reviewed over the past week in last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and 20 years ago. And I tell you what I think about those games now, if I think about them at all. So let's go back 20 years ago. So, some of these games I have completely forgotten about. First, we have Bolide, I believe is how it's pronounced. 6 out of 10 for me, a racing game. And this is all about if your car is going in this direction, it will continue. You were like putting a disc out in front of your car. It's very complex. It's interesting, but it's the slowest racing game you'll ever play. Math Magic, weird dominoes with colors. It's okay. 6 out of 10. Mesopotamia, Cradle of Civilization. You wouldn't notice 20 years later, but this was the hotness when this came out. Klaus-Jürgen Lade, who designed Carcassonne, Ziggurat, the Ziggurats and Making Sacrifices. It was remade several years later as a game called Exoplanet, and it's fine. It plays a little same each time. 6 out of 10. Walamapi. This is from Out of the Box Publishing, and this is a stacking game where you need to pull these discs out while this marble's rolling down and stop the marble before the next person stacks a disc. So it's like speed Jenga. That is what it is. 6.5. 10 Days in Europe. Excellent game. I always like the 10 Days series. This was a good one. It came out 20 years ago now. 8 out of 10. Conquest of the Fallen Lands. This is the game that put Josh Capel's artwork on the map for me. It's from a company, ASSA Games. I don't know what that stands for, and they didn't last very long. But Josh and his wife now run Kids Table board games, so you can see their stuff has kind of transferred over to there. But this was kind of a cool game about moving around on these hexes. It had some funky pieces, kind of an indie-style game at the time. Cash and Guns. Oh, man. Cash and Guns is such an excellent game. I don't play it as much these days because there's a lot of situations where playing the game isn't necessarily appropriate, but I still love the concept of the showdown. 9 out of 10. Griddle. Football plus backgammon. Doesn't that sound amazing? 5 out of 10. And Hey, That's My Fish. A game in which you are moving around the board. This one has been remade many times. People love it. It's almost there for me. I just find it to be too short and meaningful to be something I want to play all the time. I can do it. It's okay. It's a 6.5. So close, but far from me. 10 years ago, I reviewed A Game of Gnomes. So Fragor Games from the Lamont brothers, Fraser and Gordon Lamont, Fragor, they made games with high-quality components, usually Christmas ornaments somehow. This was before the days of deluxe Kickstarters. And this was the last one. This game was gigantic and big. It's everything, like big Kickstarters would be now. I think it's the last game they made, and it just wasn't very good. It was pretty bad. 4 out of 10. Ninja All-Stars. Cool miniatures from Soda Pop Miniatures, but a terrible game. 4 out of 10. Gum Gum Machine. This is from Stefan Dorrit. It looks so cool. I'm like, ooh, you're going to run these discs through this machine? Very disappointing. 5 out of 10. Besieged. Sons of the Abyss. This game, which was from another company, I don't know the name of the company, and Simon was kind of the ones who distributed it. A big cooperative game, big grandiose miniatures and everything. It just had a lot of problems. In fact, so many problems that they changed the rules, and we've been pleaded with in the past to go back and replay it with the new rules, but we played the rules that were in the box, and they weren't good. 5 out of 10. Cardline Marvel, one of the lowest ranked games in the Dice Tower library, because I find it amusing. It's like Timeline, except you're putting the superheroes together based on their strength, their intelligence, whatever it might be. I pull it out just to have a laugh and also to see people argue over it. But it's not great. It's fine. 6 out of 10. Burgle Brothers, 10 years ago now. Fun game, cooperative game about breaking in, basically Ocean's 11, the board game. 7 out of 10. Food Fighters, one of the first kids' table board games. A 2-player game with fighting with food and dice. 7 out of 10. Voila. From Brain Games, this is a stacking game where you stack these acrobats. It's a fun theme and works really well for kids. 7 out of 10. Grand Austria Hotel. Well, everyone keeps telling me to play with the expansion. Someday I will, but I still think it's a solid game. 7.5. A little much downtime. Star Wars Rebellion. This one has dropped a bit for me in 10 years because, it takes a long time to play. But still, this is Star Wars in a box. 8 out of 10. Ra. Well, we'll switch them. Ra has gone up for me. The new version of Ra specifically is absolutely fantastic. A 9 out of 10. 5 years ago, I reviewed On the Origin of Species. This is a game from Artana about Charles Darwin. A lot of these games have come out. This one's very, very okay. 6 out of 10. Modern Art, the card game. I don't love Modern Art, the board game, so keep that in mind. The card game's maybe slightly better. 6 out of 10. Red Cap Ruckus. 6.5, this is like an early version of what now is Kabuto Sumo. They're actually very different games, but the same idea, pushing discs off of a mushroom. Dinner in Paris, it's a cute little game about expanding your diner, getting people to come and eat at it. 7 out of 10. Rococo Deluxe, 7 out of 10. And that's actually, I feel like that's a low score. Rococo Deluxe is a great game. It doesn't deserve this gigantic production that they put it in. It's so big and so wild. It would have been smaller. I think I would have given it an 8, but it's a good game. Sovereign Chess, this is wildly wonkers. You are a color chess piece, but if you're on a space of, like, let's say I'm on a green space, then all the green pieces on the board are also mine. And you move on to red, now the red pieces are yours. And it's just crazy. You're controlling colors and taking them from the other person. Silliness for sure. I like it. 7 out of 10. Pebble Rock Delivery Service from Skybound Tabletop, a pick up and deliver game for kids. 7 out of 10. Wingspan Oceania, 5 years old already. This is not, I don't love as much of their expansions. It's still good, 7.5. It introduced Nectar, which I think as the years go by, I'm coming around on Nectar. I think I like Nectar more now than I used to. 5-Minute Mystery. This is in the 5-minute series, and it's one of the best of that lot. It's kind of speed plus deduction plus cooperative. That is an 8 out of 10. And Alter Quest, kind of like an upgraded version of Hero Quest, an 8 out of 10. And then finally, last year, I reviewed Express Cross, a little roll and write train game. 5 out of 10. Beastie Bar Down Under. This is a version of Beastie Bar, but the symbols are so crazy in this one. Just go back and play the original one. This one's not great. 5 out of 10. Star Realms Rise of the Empire. This is a legacy game for Star Realms. It starts off with a bang and gets slower and slower and duller as the game goes by. 6 out of 10. Great beginning, ending. Flatiron, a good 2-player back-and-forth Euro-style game about building the famous Flatiron building. 7.5. And then a bunch of goodness. You ready? Mistborn deck building game. They did the theme justice, but it's also just a really solid deck building game. 8 out of 10. Soul Raiders, a big, giant, kind of choose-your-own-adventure story from the guy, Marc Andre, who made Splendor. It's probably a little too big, but still fun. 8 out of 10. Fromage, the basically simultaneous play, awesomeness. 8.5 out of 10. Chronologic Paris, a wonderful deduction game. 8.5. Endeavor Deep Sea, I love this game. About exploring the sea, 9 out of 10. Finspan, wow, I like Finspan. I love the ocean and I love Wingspan. The combination's great, 9 out of 10. Orapa Mine, this game keeps getting better. Another great 2-player deduction game, 9 out of 10. And finally, Iridia. Oh, I love Iridia. One of my favorite, probably my favorite adventure dungeon crawl style game, a 10 out of 10. So there you go, folks. Those are the reviews I did 1, 5, 10, and 20 years ago. Thanks for watching. I'm Tom Vasel, and this has been Look Back. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.